You're listening to Cinema Red Pill. I'm Sharon, here with
Joel.
And today we're talking about two movies. We're going to first talk about Solo, a Star Wars story. Then we talk about Deadpool 2, and we have an extra guest in Deadpool 2, so stick around for that. So let's first talk about Solo, a Star Wars story. Star Wars is Joel's thing, just in case anyone doesn't know that. Star Wars is Joel's thing, so you to hear a lot from him. You've seen the movie twice,
Yes,
right?
twice.
You've only seen it once. You saw it today.
Yes, I saw it today.
Hours ago.
Yes, just hours.
Great.
In an empty cinema.
Yeah.
Just wonderful.
Sarah, I want to start with your thoughts on the movie.
Yes, please.
It might be my best Star Wars related movie. Like, it's on the top of my list. I really liked it. It was a really easy movie to watch, and the action sequences were on point.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us lovable characters and then snatched them away from us, but not in a really annoying way.
Yeah.
There was a good romance in there. I have almost no complaints about this movie. I have one complaint, but Alden who?
Alden Ehrenreich.
Alden Ehrenreich.
Yeah.
I really loved this guy since I saw him in Beautiful Creatures. He's a really sincere actor. I really appreciate that about him. The roles he's been cast in from Beautiful Creatures, he's cast as this small town guy, and I've been seeing it even in Hell Caesar. He's this really small town guy. He's kind of like a bumpkin in Hell Caesar, but then he shocks us at the end. But this was the kind of charm he brought. People were complaining, oh my god, he doesn't even look like Han Solo, how dare you, blah blah blah. But I think he was excellent. Emilia Clarke is just sunshine. We love her. I don't like her as Daenerys, though, but that means she's doing a good job. But Emilia is just sunshine. She just lights up every scene she's in. She's just so beautiful and nice and stuff. And like I was saying, the action sequences are on point. That's a major complaint I have with Star Wars movies. I don't like the new with the lightsabers and that. It's kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's just something that failed to owe me the way that I guess it owes a lot of Star Wars fans. I think overall it was just a really good job. 10 out of 10 would watch again. Yeah, it was just an amazing space western. It actually really defined space western for me. You could see it. It was the real material definition of space western, and that's always nice. For people who watch anime, if you kind of imagine a live action Cowboy Bebop, this is definitely what it would look like. I was super impressed.
Okay. Joel, because I am on the weirdest page compared to you guys.
I did not want to see this movie at all, so I came in at absolute 0%.
We didn't ask for it.
Yeah, nobody asked for it.
Yeah,
I was actually very prepared to hate it. I walked in and the movie had very unfair odds, but I watched it and I was in love with it. I thought Alden Ehrenreich was going to struggle based on all the media stuff we'd heard about him, but he won me over. And I wasn't walking in going to watch a Harrison Ford. I was walking to see a Han Solo, and what he did was really good. I thought he was a younger version of Han Solo. I liked all the characters. Emilia Clarke, like she said, just lights up a room. She just smiles when they're in those sewers, and I was in love with her. Yeah, but she's always sweet. That movie where she was in the bumblebee stockings and the guy had cancer. I forget what movie that is. Yes, Me Before You. I fucking love her in that movie.
She's the best in that movie.
Yes.
You should watch it just for her.
The smile is infectious. I really liked all the performances across the board for the most part. Also for me, this is the strongest out of the new generation of Star Wars films. I'm very surprised that I'm even saying that. But I love this way more than Force Awakens or The Last Jedi.
You loved it more than The Last Jedi.
Way more. In terms of just having a solidly written script, that I literally have no arguments about. This was it. And it was, what I loved most about it was how it made me feel. It was romantic, it was cheesy, everything came together. The music, the storytelling, the dialogue, everything. I got that traditional classic Star Wars-y feel from it. And I really applaud Lawrence Kasdan for that. There's no cringy Marvel, quippy humor dialogue. I'm glad that was not in this movie at all. Yes, the story follows like it's a predictable plot. It's not the kind of I'm going to blow your mind with like this big twist.
There isn't like an amazing twist that
yes.
Oh my god, what a twist! But it's still a really enjoyable film.
Yeah.
It's really hard to find anything wrong with it.
Yeah, it's such a comfortable film in general to watch for me, which is why I went and saw it a second time. It's that easy to watch.
You went to cross-check.
Yes, I went to cross-check to be sure, because I remember watching Rogue One and I thought I liked it the first time.
Oh
I convinced myself I liked it until I saw it the second time. No, but this one was great. It is very sincere, great action scenes as well. Best action scenes in the new generation of Star Wars films. I personally like lightsabers because they're the best sci-fi weapons ever created. I mean, what boy doesn't want to swing his giant wand around and kill people with it? I don't know,
they kind of don't make sense.
It's not supposed to make
but
sense.
But then,
Star Wars.
like, I guess me questioning is for the Star Trek side. I'll just go watch Star Trek.
Yeah, but it's a really good film, and it's not really being received as well as I think it deserves.
That's sad. We need more of these.
Yes, which is why I even skipped the premiere because I wasn't psyched to watch this at all. I saw it like for the cheapest possible amount on a Monday morning. But yeah, this is a movie I'd have gladly paid actually for the premiere to like watch and support. So I hope generally more people will go to see it because as far as the other Star Wars films go, this one I think really deserves some kind of support.
Wow. So now
go for it.
You guys are really the audience for this movie. Eh? So you have watched all the Star Wars movies, maybe not Clone Wars. I've not watched Clone Wars and have no interest. But as I was watching this movie, I think I solidified something. I don't think I'm a fan of Star Wars.
Oh, really?
Because I was bored, sir.
But this is the least Star Wars movie, you know.
I looked at it and I even Philip got mad at me. It's like, you're ruining it for, because I was like, man, this stuff is kind of stupid, isn't it? That stuff was really stupid to me.
Poor Philip.
And then when I noticed, I saw it was a prequel, so they're trying to show you Han Solo before, so they're basically answering a lot of questions. I really liked how he met Chewbacca. I liked that.
Yeah.
I rolled my eyes so when they showed how his name became Solo.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the lamest thing I've ever seen. I found it really silly. The action sequences, I really liked the particular sequence on the train.
Oh, yeah.
In the beginning, the heist.
Yeah.
Dug that. That thing took a long time, first of all. And you were with them the entire way. And I liked how the sets actually looked practical.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the stuff. So I really, really, really dug that scene. So there were things I really, really dug, like that scene. I really, really dug L3. Yeah. I found her funny with her revolution for the rights of robots.
Equality.
That was very nice. Yeah. My favorite person, I said I like the Chewbacca thing. I like that. Yeah. My favorite person of the actors, you know, I had actually read about how Emilia Clarke is going to be dope. I found her, as in, she sufficed for the role. Like, she didn't stand out for me. Neither did This Is America. Neither did Childish Gambino, you know. But the person who stood out for me, who I was more proud of, was Paul Bettany. I was very happy with him as a character. First of all, yes, for me he was my standout person. I like that. I don't think I like that guy. I liked him in this because then I thought of him as Vision. I'm like, I even compared him to what they do with him in Vision.
I think you keep thinking about him like as Vision, because I think right now for Paul Bettany, that is like what he did for this is like bare minimum.
I like him as but I enjoyed him as a character. I enjoyed seeing Paul Bettany as a villain. You see where I'm at.
Yeah, I do.
I'm sorry to be a Debbie Downer, but
No, I legit understand
it
you.
really, for real,
It's okay
I was
to be a
genuinely quite bored. I believe you watched
Like
it
tw-
twice.
like, no,
He
'cause
has liked it more
I
than
would
Force
watch
Awakens.
it. I would watch it
Yeah,
again.
because like 20
Is
minutes
it better to you than Force Awakens?
Yes.
by leagues.
But
By leagues, not
Let me tell you,
even
of-
just a little
Of
better,
those,
but like
of those
by
8 films, minus Rogue One, I haven't watched Rogue One. I'm not going to watch it. Of those 8 films, I would probably place it.
But then you might like Rogue One then.
Would I?
You
Rogue
really
One
should
is
give
really
it a
bad.
try.
This actually cemented for me how bad Rogue One was.
I feel like it would
When-
be like too dark for me.
Yeah, because like
And
like-
hopeless, just. No, like hopeless, like
But
no.
don't rewatch Rogue One. There's no value to be had there. Like with Rogue One, after 2 hours, I couldn't care less about any of the characters,
Like-
and they died, and I didn't care.
For Solo, they
they
gave us characters for 10 minutes.
yeah,
less
within
than 10.
less than 10 minutes.
We built a bond with them, and
Yeah,
by
we-
the time they were dead, like I was feeling
I
it
cared.
here.
When Tandy Newton died and John Favreau's
I was like,
cartoon
what?
pilot character, I was
Oh my god!
heartbroken.
And another thing is like they kind of like name dropped the cantina. And I
That's
said,
nice.
I want to like open a cantina somewhere not too hot,
Yeah.
not too. And I was like, oh my god, these guys are so dumb. They're
So
dropping the
sweet.
cantina, and then he dies. I was like, oh my god, what?
It was really horrible, and even again, yeah, it was kind of cheesy. John Favreau's cartoon character saying it's not good to die alone. I guess which they kind of set up.
Yeah.
But I found it so sweet now thinking about just generally Han's life and like what those words sort of mean going forward. Because when we meet him in A New Hope, he's going out for his own, but he learns to like care about people, let them in, and fight for something bigger than himself, and actually builds a family. Yes, he fucks it up, but I like what that line sort of forebodes for everything. And for me, just that campfire scene was just the sweetest thing ever.
Yeah.
I just fell in love with all those characters. You knew exactly what they were
Oh my
about.
god, Chewie and the rest of the Wookiees. Like it wasn't
Yes.
so big,
Yes.
but it was enough for me to like feel things when
Yeah.
they go to like the miners colony. Miners? Yeah. What was,
My,
what is it
no,
called?
that's
What is it?
that's Kessel. Is that that's the spice mines of Kessel?
Yeah, when they
Yeah.
go to the mines and then like he sets
Oh,
everyone
nice.
free, and then there's that one other Wookiee
Yes.
that's like a bro and stuff.
Mhm.
That was nice.
Yeah. Which I would like to segue into, just touch lightly on the subject of Easter eggs and how they've been a problem in the new Star Wars films, especially like Rogue One. Did you feel any Easter egg at all for you
In what? In
this
one?
movie in Solo?
What says Easter egg? Stuff that was in the other movies.
Yeah.
So what? The Millennium Falcon?
No, not just no. You see, but you didn't pick up on anything, right?
Say what you picked up on.
No.
No,
I'm
that's
not. I'm
something
like
like-
saying it as a
like-
positive.
That's a positive.
That is not like blatant. Like, you know, Rogue One was just like where you feel like the whole movie stops. And let's first stop and reference this
Oh my
thing.
god, look at this.
And look at this. Then we turn back to the story where it's like that distracting. But this one, there were so
They're, like,
many
really
in there.
nicely well
Yeah, but
woven
they're
in.
part of the story. There's like one shot by way of Kira touching Han's shoulder while he's flying the ship. That's a shot Empire Strikes Back. But unless you're, I guess, a weirdo like me, that's when you know that. But like it's, but everything's like blended in. They like name drop Bosk and Aura Singh. I'll say a glaring problem, for instance, like with Rogue One, is you set up Krennic, for instance, as the villain. But then the movie goes out of its way, it takes attention from him to give us Darth Vader as fan service, which you don't necessarily need.
Wasn't Darth
In the
Maul
league.
fan service?
How long did he appear in comparison to Darth Vader? He's like a snippet.
He still is fan service.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's just like a thing like, oh, I'm the big boss, but it's not like, oh, now the movie is going to go, like, let's go fight Darth Maul for no reason. It's just like, oh, he's a little thing of a thing, and like we move on. It's not like,
So they didn't bring Yoda and
Yes.
Yeah, they
Princess
want any
Leia and
unnecessary.
who's I see what you're
unnecessary-
saying.
yeah. So for me, that's why I would like value it a lot more as a standalone film, because it didn't lean too heavily on referencing all these things that we already know about Star Wars. Yeah, so I felt like it was just a nice adventure about like this this kid grows up on a nasty planet, wants to be a pilot, goes on heists with smugglers, learns that life can be pretty shitty and you can't really trust everyone, and it ends like such a comfortable thing to watch, just zero pressure, as opposed to like Last Jedi, which sort of have to watch academically. Was watching it in terms of like, oh, Ryan Johnson has made this choice. Let me think about why he made this choice.
Oh.
Where I enjoy it in that sense, but that's not as good as this, where I'm
This
like,
was very organic.
yeah. It's a really
First,
good
talk
movie.
about the ending thing.
About the double. What do you want to talk about the double?
I actually don't
You
have
don't want to
other
talk
than
about the
it was
double
double cost. I'm like,
Okay.
yes.
At first, I might have rolled my eyes when when Beckett like comes out of the elevator, like it's this whole deal. Like,
No, do you know who I expected to come out? I expected Lando to come through that elevator.
yeah, but I
That
knew
was who I thought was going to come.
that crossed my mind, but I was like, there's
I
no
was
way
like,
they're
you know
going
what?
to do that
Definitely,
again.
it's going to be. But then, and that was, that was one of those moments that I thought, what, this is going to be like cheesy as hell.
Yeah.
And this movie has many of those. Like you
Yeah.
keep expecting it to go like a certain way, and it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
But not like in a plot twisty way, but like in
Yeah.
I expected this, but
It was in a
This
it
is
was in
better.
a it was in a character, I think a very character driven way. Yeah, I liked who the character was, actually. I think there was a lot more depth there, so I think these twists might have been annoying in another film where it's like we're trying to be clever. But because this film is like so straightforward,
Yeah.
like those twists are more of like character, I guess, driven things, very character driven things. So I didn't find them like cringy or anything like that. I thought they were well done.
Okay,
actually
anything
nothing that
else
hasn't
Twist.
been covered.
before we close?
Oh my god, Tandy Newton was such a badass, my god. I don't know, like, it's another thing, I'm going to say this again. Like, she died, but I didn't feel cheated by the whole thing. Like, you know how they, what's that word? The word they use for, like, female characters, they fridge them.
Yeah. It's fridging, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of fridge them, like, they just get
Use
rid
you
of
as
them.
motivation, kind of.
Yeah. Use them as motivation for something else, but she was someone I appreciated, felt the loss of, but didn't feel cheated over
her,
the end.
yeah.
Yeah, she was a job.
I guess
Okay.
we
We
can
can
quick. Do you still want to quickly wrap up with like
Yeah, we're
the
going
box
to wrap
office
up.
thing?
Yeah, so this movie hasn't done real. It's not done well. It's like the least, like the worst opening for a Star Wars film in the current releases.
Yeah, you get
It's done even
86
worse
million
than.
or 88
It's
million.
got like 114
That's so sad. Oh
on a
God.
budget of.
I didn't
200
say
and
something about Lando's accent.
Oh yeah, that was a huge thing for her.
It was a huge letdown
Her
for me.
only let down.
It was like my only.
You
Yeah.
didn't like it, eh?
No, he switches in the middle. It's not constant.
It's not constant.
It's not
I
constant.
didn't notice.
I'm so annoyed by the way.
Sorry.
Go on, try on.
Anyway, yeah,
I'll just mourn by
it's
myself.
not done well, and yeah, so
Yeah, but
I don't. It's my.
Well,
I don't have
no,
any
'cause-
news after that.
well, one excuse. I mean, like the media is really pushing this whole thing of like, oh, people are boycotting Kathleen Kennedy and what, but no, they're not.
People just didn't
Kavuyo
expect this movie to be good.
Yeah, for me it didn't perform well. One, because it was marketed very late and not as strongly as the others by Disney, because Disney never gave us any confidence that this movie was going to do well. It felt like they were almost hiding it,
Yeah.
and yeah, that didn't inspire much, which is why I didn't
Yeah.
even go to a premiere to watch it, and it turned out to be really good. And the second, apparently there was this weird holiday the Americans have.
Memorial Day?
Yeah, Memorial Day, and that's really a sucky day. First of all, to premiere your film, and also Deadpool 2 just premiered last weekend.
Yeah.
It's really but, and I think they hadn't planned, like originally Deadpool 2 was, I think, either much earlier or much later than the solo film.
It was later.
Yeah, but but it was pushed and it's just sort of messed up. It's like eating dime, I think, that Solo would eat, because I think in terms of even general audiences, I think they would rather go see Ryan Reynolds being weird and goofy than see a Star Wars film that's kind of, that looks okayish but not like, they haven't made it an event, right? Yeah, I mean, if you had asked me before I'd seen this film, I'd have gone see Deadpool 2 before seeing this film, unfortunately. So I can feel that. I hope more people see it. It's a fine film.
It is.
Because it's not bad, right, Shara? Is it bad?
So the
It
next
is just
movie
okay.
is.
Oh my god, she thinks it's horrible.
I don't think
Not even
it's bad.
average.
It's forgettable to me.
Okay.
I'm just really going to move on from it after
Okay, sure.
editing this. I'll move the fuck on,
Move the
like
fuck on and
walk
never look
away.
back.
Yeah, never look back. So what's the next film? It's episode 9 in
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah, episode 9 next year,
Yeah,
Christmas.
so that's the next
Wait.
Star Wars.
Exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just do away with the Star Wars movies that have episode in the title?
So,
Yeah, I think they'll first relax on those for a while.
I'm feeling like a star, you can't stop my shine. I'm loving cloud nine, my head's in the sky. I'm solo, I'm riding solo, I'm riding solo, I'm riding solo, solo.
hey Malcolm.
I brought my own sound effects.
Okay, we're going to talk about Deadpool 2. Yeah, and we're not going to do any intros. I hope you've watched the movie because
Do we have spoiler concerns? Are there spoiler concerns?
it's going to be spoiler filled. So that's why I'm
Okay.
saying, like, you know that Ryan Reynolds was the lead. You know?
Is that a
You know,
spoiler?
like-
Is that a spoiler?
Spoiler.
Do you know
No,
that
like,
Brad
that's
Pitt
a
was
set-
in Deadpool too?
Yeah,
Shit, man.
yeah.
Is that a spoiler? No.
Yes, a
That-
massive
That's
spoiler.
a big one.
Yeah.
Boom shakalaka. One time.
Imagine
Yes.
someone was preparing.
No,
to-
but you know what? I don't think a lot of people saw
We're
Brad
coming
Pitt.
in heavy. I feel like a lot of
Yeah,
people
he
were like,
just,
wait, shit,
flashed.
what?
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, shit, what? Was that Brad Pitt?
And he looked like a young Brad Pitt from
Right?
From
From
the
the soap movie.
But
Fight
Yes,
Club.
Fight Club. Yeah.
But Brad Pitt generally looks like a young Brad Pitt. Like,
No, he looks like Fight Club. No, Brad Pitt in like 12 Years a Slave looked like Gandalf. Brad Pitt.
I didn't watch that.
For intentionally?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Respect that.
Okay, let's do the thing. Who wants to go first on your thoughts of Deadpool? Malcolm,
I don't
since
think I
you're
should go
new,
first. I really
we've
don't
done
think
the
I should
three of
go
us
first.
so many times, so
I
you
really-
have to
what?
go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Deadpool. Boom. So with Deadpool, I was disappointed that there was significantly much less hip hop in the soundtrack than there was in the original one. I felt in my heart there was a bit more dubstep and there was a bit jokes with a bangarang. But I feel like there was only one big. I think there was like a DMX song right at the beginning that kind of brings you into it.
Yeah.
But I feel like this Deadpool started off very conventionally. It seems like it was very conscious of the fact that, at least I felt that it seemed conscious of the fact that we were waiting for some tricks and flashes and stuff. So it starts off as almost a convention, almost a really like disgusting Hallmark film with like Chad and Charlotte, I don't know, is that how I know them? Becky, like Chad and Becky falling in love, and they wear like he wears a red sweater and she wears like a pink one, and like all that bullshit, and then it gets crazy, right? And sure, I get that, I get the reason for that, but I feel like the whole film in general kind of just had much less hip hop, and it just felt like gentrification, even if the lead is already a white man.
So you're not into you're not into Cher, you're not into Barbara
I love that. You know what? And I love the fact.
Celine Dion.
I love the fact that there was a Dolly Parton song
Yeah,
in a
man.
fight scene. That
Those-
shit was
those are-
dope.
those are the gems,
that shit was
man.
dope. But still, there's so many opportunities to have some really banging, like old school hip hop or even new hip hop, like songs. And I feel like there was a significant drop in that, and I was disappointed in that.
That's a weird demand to have
Very,
for
yeah.
It's
Deadpool.
odd.
That I want hip hop in my Deadpool.
There's so much hip hop in the
Who
first
asked
Deadpool.
for
I
that?
fucking loved it. It was so
Really?
great.
Yeah. I
You
guess
know
I
that
don't
scene
remember
in
the
the
songs.
beginning?
Yeah.
Me neither.
In the
but
first
really
episode.
old like throwback hip hop songs, like
Should say I do not recall
90s
those.
hip hop songs. It was really great. But for me, that was a big part of why I loved that character
Okay.
in the first film. I
Oh.
felt like
Fair
it's a
enough.
cool like manifestation of a comic book coming into a film and having that kind of well-rounded thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This movie was actually like really basic for me. I think it was like the jokes were there, but I did not laugh out loud in the cinema at all. What was wrong with it? I don't know.
Joe, the Sarah laugh
Like,
out loud
we
in life
had-
generally.
Yeah, when
met her,
it's
I don't
funny.
know.
Yeah, like sometimes I
Okay.
cry, and because I like get
Yeah, she actually
that's
cries.
sympathetic, she's sometimes that causes problems. But this
Yeah.
time, nothing happened. It was kind of, I don't know. It was just basic. And then, yes, this was my complaint. People need to stop with these misdirects in the trailers. We hate them. Just leave them
Oh.
alone.
What
We're
was
tired
what
of
did the
them.
trailer misdirect?
They sold us on X-Force.
X-Force.
Yeah.
On
They
the
sold
whole-
us on X-Force, and then there were clips with them actually doing stuff, and yet
They just,
X-Force just
I love it. I really,
guys,
I
and
really
it hurt
love
me
it.
especially
Because
because
they all died like at once. It's so
yeah,
great.
and it hurt me especially because I was invested because they are comic book characters.
So I didn't see any of the trailer, but then I saw the poster.
So the trailer
when
was
I
all about X-Force. In fact, there were people
X-Force.
complaining in the comments of the trailers like, "Oh, there's too many characters. It overshadowed Deadpool."
This is why I really enjoyed it.
Yes, and which is why also like if you bring that whole X-Force deaths back like the beginning with the credits, it was like starring a guy who obviously doesn't like share the spotlight with anyone. It's really funny.
Yeah.
I personally really loved the X-Force deaths. That's one of the best scenes. And it just is like, who knew about those horrible
Dude.
wind? And I'm surprised because I thought that wind scene was just like a passing
Right?
joke and like they would
Right?
struggle
Well,
to
that's
get
true.
there.
That,
But
that
they,
was actually smart.
yeah, but they just died horribly. It was amazing. Wow, we really started this
We
on
were
a
complaining
somber
first.
note.
Yeah.
I really liked this movie. Yeah, I didn't laugh out loud either, as she said, but I was entertained. So many references if you're like a comic book fan, so many
Exactly.
references if you're a comic book movie fan that I enjoyed. I was actually more concerned about a casual person like walking into this movie
And being like, what?
and whether they would understand what the fuck Ryan Reynolds is even saying. Because like,
Because of the many jokes he makes that need you to be aware
to have
of,
watched
say,
like
Thanos
all
and
that
shit.
you'd have to have watched all the 10 years of comic book
Yeah.
movies.
Or if
to
you hadn't
really-
watched
yes.
the recent Wolverine, you'd be
Exactly.
off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the biggest spoiler. You'd be like, oh shit, he died.
If you just watched
You
like
wouldn't even get the,
No, but
the
I feel
whole
like, but I feel like
thing.
Wolverine dying was like Jon Snow dying. It was one of
It was
those
well
pop
known.
culture events that became almost a public event of
Yep.
life. He trended on Twitter and everything, like to the Pope. It was like,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's one of the things I like about Deadpool. Is it really delves into its currentness. It really delves into its
exactly.
right now. And I feel like a lot of films shy away from that.
Mhm.
But Deadpool is like, no, man, we exist in right now, and it takes it's very unafraid to take pop culture references because I feel like that's how we interact with art in general. There's so many things that we might not understand about other films that not even as direct as a Marvel Cinematic Universe reference.
Yeah.
But still,
Yeah,
I feel like it colors it in really well if you do happen to get the reference.
yeah.
Like the
But-
black guy thing.
Oh yeah, Black Tom.
That
That was hilarious.
And also we're making it
capable of
more
being
fluid
racist.
to make it X-Force, not
Yes.
X-Men.
Yes, exactly. Gender fluid. It needs to
Yeah.
be gender fluid.
Those were very, very
They were good
pop
jokes.
culture.
They were fun.
Not pop culture, just current stuff.
Yeah.
And I also appreciated the fake sincerity and the character arc that they sort of took him on. I personally never took them like seriously when he was like going into heaven and talking to his dead girlfriend and stuff.
But he doesn't joke about it.
No, he
That's
doesn't
like-
joke
like-
about it, but for me, in like a meta way, I feel like I always felt like Ryan Reynolds was trolling us with even that sincerity. I never bought it. And now in the post credits when he goes back, it's just like, oh boom, I saved her. She's alive now. It just made like nothing mattered. I really loved Juggernaut.
Yeah, Juggernaut was dope.
Yeah.
Juggernaut didn't
I
give a
was hyped to see
fuck,
that.
man.
Yeah.
Juggernaut didn't give a fuck.
And I
oh
love
my
and I
God.
love that kid, Julian. What's his face from Hunt from the Wilder People?
Why is he always playing?
Oh yeah.
I didn't like the fact that he was just playing himself.
Yes,
in
he was
Hunt
playing
for the
himself.
Wilder People.
And I was
With
game.
fire powers.
I was game. I was so game. I was so game for that.
It's like he just got older and was moved to
He
a
went
foster
to-
home.
yeah.
man.
and I
He can
surprised
still have access and everything.
and I surprisingly missed in the trailers that he was even in the movie.
I knew from
Yeah.
That was a surprise for me. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
it's that kid. It was fun. I liked his.
Wait, so just to confirm, Brad Pitt was
I'm
Juggernaut,
glad I
right?
missed these
No.
things. He's
Who's
very
Brad Pitt?
relevant.
Brad Pitt was
The
the
Vanisher.
Vanisher.
Yeah.
Oh shit! That's
What did
right.
you catch? What was that one? That was There was Matt Damon and was it Alan Tudyk? They're like the rednecks.
Yeah, the
that
rednecks.
get Terminator murdered by Cable. Get their pickup. Yeah, that was Matt
All
Damon.
those cameos.
And they,
See with my eyes.
Yeah.
I just heard about them
What
afterwards.
are talking about using Huggies in the middle of using toilet paper?
Yeah.
just a quick one, I guess, about Josh Brolin.
He's 50 years
As Cable.
old.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I like Josh Brolin in general.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, but I guess it was just okay, like the way he portrayed the character.
And it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I can't say it was his
It
fault.
was just okay, but it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, but I slightly, I guess, wanted a little more from that. One thing I really liked is the action scenes. I thought were really, really good.
I like the
and
ones
fun.
with Domino.
Again,
Yeah,
shout
even
out
like
to
the
Dolly
third,
Parton.
yeah, and like the third act, like this is
95.
the first time in a long time I've liked the third act battle. Because
Ah.
when I watched Infinity
Juggernaut.
War, it's just
It's
it's just flashes of like shit happening, but here having
So it's
Juggernaut
physical.
and Colossus. Yeah, he's like physical shit. Yeah.
Colossus-
It wasn't just
Colossus
flashes and-
Juggernaut, yeah.
lesbians. It's cute
Yeah.
What was the purpose of Yukio though?
to have a lesbian
Yeah.
and
You
to
know
have
what, literally.
lesbian jokes.
That's literally it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But aren't you
You know
happy
what,
at least
like,
they
the
did
thing is,
inform us in
Like
the
I
news
said,
instead
these
of
guys
making
can
them a
do
cop?
like anything. They can be lazy with their writing and they'll
Yeah.
get away with it because they
Though.
break the fourth wall and
Yeah.
stuff. Like even if Yukio was like a total flop, she's named after the same shit.
Yeah, which was still that was
Like, it just
irritating
made
me.
no
He's named
sense.
after the same chick.
That
The
chick from
Japanese
Wolverine,
chick.
the Japanese chick.
He's
her
also
name
called
is
Yukio. And that was irritating me the entire time she
Like-
showed up.
And like I read up
I'm
on
sorry,
it,
you
and the
know so
writers are
much,
like,
guys.
You know, like
This is such a
it's their
tortured
own
existence.
fault.
This
They're
is
like,
such a-
if you
this
didn't
is such
know,
a
you might
hellish-
have enjoyed the movie.
What a hellish life you live.
No, because she's called what is she called?
You get too many
Noriko.
references.
Yeah, the comics she's called Noriko,
The
which we looked
character
up.
she's
we didn't
based
know that.
off of
Yeah.
in the comics is called Noriko, but they decided to go with Yukio for no purpose at
Probably to
all.
reference that Logan
No,
chick.
for no
See,
purpose at all.
and for me,
See,
and
that's
for me,
the
that's
thing. That's what Joel said.
For me,
but
that's
then
an argument.
I brought it up that you know what, like these guys were probably they could have been lazy, but
They could have done anything, but out of all the names, they picked that specific name.
but it's also a really kawaii Japanese name. Like almost every anime
So
has
is
a Yukio
Noriko
in it.
though.
No,
Yes, so is
Noriko is
Noriko.
less direct than Yukio.
Okay. Sorry about the name, you guys. Eh?
I hope this
Okay,
video
we're done
makes
with
sense.
Deadpool. Thank